Hello and welcome to another Bloomburrow draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at Diamond 4, so hopefully we can move up a rung or two as we continue our path to Mythic. Hopefully. We'll start things a little bit safe here and try to hit Mythic as we continue to familiarize ourselves with Bloomburrow draft. But, you know, I'm feeling a little bit better about this format. Now, we keep getting all these busted blue rares passed to us, so we keep drafting blue decks. But I promise one of these days, maybe today's that day, we'll be able to draft something a little more aggressive. Now, before I head into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for any TCG singles and sealed product you may need. That's not just Magic the Gathering, that's all other TCG games. Make sure you check them out. If you want to do any shopping, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, if you want premium Magic the Gathering supplies, like deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, and dice boxes, heavyplay.com is the place to go. heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first purchase. Okay, draft ready to go. Let's see what we can get this time. If somebody passes me a sick blue rare again, I will take it. I will take it. Okay, what do we have? Well, certainly going to take an uncommon or a rare out of this pack. We have Iridescent Vinelasher, 1 mana for a 1/2 Lizard Assassin with Offspring. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. So this thing can kill opponents really quickly. That uncommon, there is a card that's kind of a cut above everything else. And it's not the Harvestrite Host, which is also very good. It's Hunter's Talent. This card is absolutely fantastic and just completely takes over the game. Good in every green archetype. I think this is probably the card that I'm going to take. But really good pack. I think the Host and the Vinelasher are also completely reasonable options. But I've just been super duper impressed with Hunter's Talent. All right, now going into this pack, we have Builder's Talent, which I think is kind of more of a build around. I'm not sure how good this card actually is. I mean, it's between that and Moonstone Harbinger. But I think I'm going to just take the Harbinger. It's a 3 mana, 1/3 flying Death Touch. Obviously, we first pick the green card, but if we do end up in black-white, this card is great. And if we still just end up in green-black, it's still playable and works well with the Hunter's Talent. So I do think I'm going to take that over the Daggerfang Duo, just because I feel like in the black-white deck, this card is a little bit better. Moving into this pack, we have a lot of good options. We have Fell and Nocturnal Hunger as the best black cards. There's also Cruel Claw's Heist, which is fine, but I don't think it's better than the removal spells. And then Longstalk Brawl and Flowerfoot Swordmaster as well. But I think I'm just going to take the Fell here. Can't really go too wrong with this card. But really, black very, very deep out of this pack as well. But happy enough taking the Fell. And now there's a Consumed by Greed. So we're just seeing all the good black removal spells. I do like this more than Polywallop. This card's fantastic. So gonna just slam this here and try to figure out what our second color needs to be. But really, really loving this start so far. And coming into this pack, I really see no reason to kind of deviate from just continuing to take black cards here. So I'm going to take the Marstalker. This card's just fine in any deck. 2 mana for a 3/1. But if you do randomly have Threshold and you have some other rats in play, then all of a sudden you can have this come into play attacking. Tidecaller Mentor is fine, but I don't know if I want to just take a blue card here right away, when I can just take a card that I know will have a very, very high chance of just making it into basically most of my decks. And it's just a solid 2 mana card to be playing. Green definitely doesn't seem to be the thing that we should be looking to do here. I'm not seeing any of the green squirrel cards, so we're going to be looking towards a different angle here. Maybe it's the Agate Blade Assassin, just a decent 2 mana card that works well with the black-white theme of being able to gain and drain your opponent, so maybe that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that over any of the other cards here. This card's fine. It actually hits much harder than you would think. So I am totally fine with this card. Blue certainly seems like it could be an okay option, but I don't know that it's better enough. Like Calamitous Tide is fine. These cards are okay. But like I said, if something's going to push me into blue, it's better be a really, really great card. Otherwise, Daggerfang Duo. Completely fine card here. And honestly, might just be the pick anyways. It's a rat. It puts cards in your graveyard. So let's go ahead and take that for our deck. And move on. Certainly not seeing green and definitely seeing some blue here. So this might be what it takes for me to take a blue card here, just because I think early winter is pretty replaceable. Dire Side is also kind of replaceable, and this is a pretty solid 2-mana creature for the blue decks. And if we continue getting the blue cards, then, you know, I can certainly see taking more of them if they become available. And now we have Starlit Soothsayer versus the Mind Spiral. I don't really like the Seedpot Squire very much. There's also an Uncharted Haven. I'm going to take the Haven over these two cards just because I don't really know what my second color is. And I know for sure that this is a card that I'm going to play in my decks. It might be blue-black. I'm not sure. Wow, Nocturnal Hunger tabled. Nocturnal Hunger tabled. We might be the only black drafter. There is a chance. And Tidecaller Mentor last pick. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Right? What am I supposed to do here? I'm getting a blue-black card last pick and I have a Plume Creed Escort. I mean, I guess I'm going to probably play the blue here. But right now we're setting up nicely for just a random black control deck, almost mono black, and move from there. Here we have the choice between Consumed by Greed, which will 100% make our deck, or Ral Crackling Wit, which has a little more upside, but makes me kind of stretch my mana a little bit more. I see no reason to have to do that. I'd rather just take the Consumed by Greed here. We have double Daggerfang Duo as ways to self-mill on top of that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take Consumed by Greed and just continue taking all the busted black cards. Let's keep it going. Downwind Ambusher here now, second pick. Probably going to table that Sugarcoat. Still open to go into another second color if it opens itself up. But for now, let's just keep taking black cards and see where things go. I mean, should I just draft mono black for fun? I can do it. I can totally do it. If I end up drafting a very, very black heavy deck with maybe a very, very light splash, I can even take something like a Moonrise Cleric. Now, this deck doesn't have a ton of spells yet, so maybe the Eddie Merc Crab isn't especially good in blue-black, but, you know, I can see a world where Moonrise Cleric is good. And I could end up in black-white as well. And this pack is actually just quite weak in general. And I know green is definitely not something that was open in pack 1. So I don't really want to take something like a Baker's Bane Duo, even though I do believe it's the best card in the pack. So I think for that reason, I'm going to speculate here and take the Moonrise Cleric in case maybe black-white is something that I can do here. Or if I end up mono black, it's also just a fine card to play there, just because it still works well enough with cards like the Moonstone Harbinger, and we'll kind of see where the packs take us. Here, there's a Bushy Bodyguard, but not something that we're super interested in. No great blue cards here. There's Into the Floodmaw, which is a fine card. Curious what I'm going to go with here. There's a Coyote, but I'm going to just take another Moonrise Cleric. This goes really, really well with the life gain theme in the black decks, and it also leaves me open, whereas the other card is a double white spell. The Moonrise Cleric I can just play in any black deck, especially if I'm super heavy black, and it'll be a fine card. Whereas I think if I'm black-white specifically, the 5-drop is probably a little bit better. But I want to try the Moonrise Cleric here. And, you know, if anything, maybe just for fun, maybe we can just draft mono black, right? If not, just for the memes. Just gonna be like, hey, check out my mono black deck. Haha. There's a Dire Sight, but I'd rather just play a Thornplate Intimidator. Cash Grab and Sticky Tongue Sentinel are excellent green cards, but let's just take a black card to go into our deck. And now, maybe we take this. That's the Long River Lurker. This card's quite nice. When it ETBs, target creature you control can't be blocked. Whenever that creature deals combat damage, you may exile it. I don't know. I actually don't know how good this card is. You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just go. Oh, Nocturnal Hunger? Okay. Let's just go for it. I'm just going to draft mono black. Maybe I can just draft mono black. I mean, there's a daring... Oh, gosh. Sorry. I got to take the Daring Wave Rider. All right. I got to take the Daring Wave Rider. Come on. I don't know if I'm going to end up playing it. And sure, I could use some more Agate Blade Assassins, but wow, Cash Grab last pick is kind of criminal. But mono black just seems so exciting. Here we have the choice between Feed the Cycle, Savor, and Mockingbird. I don't really have much to do with the food, so I think I'm just going to take a Feed the Cycle here over the Savor. Yeah, I don't have that much to do with the food, I don't think. So great removal. We have 6 hard removal spells here with this setup right now. And we kind of have the option. We can either choose to go blue-black and play like some of these blue cards, or just decide, you know what? I'm just going to go all in on the mono-black stuff. Now, there's a Shoreline Looter in this pack, and maybe for that reason, we should just give up on the dream of going mono-black. There was a part of me that was excited about trying to go mono-black, but the Looter is just so good. And there's nothing here that's really kind of on that same level. And there's really not that much payoff for going straight mono-black. So I think I will take this Shoreline Looter here, just because of how powerful of a card it is, and just how obvious it seems that we need to be blue-black. All right, now I'm going to take Mockingbird. It's like a clone that flies. All right, well, okay. I mean, blue and black once again. Blue and black once again. Wix Patrol or Kitsa? I'm going to take the Wix Patrol. This card has just been bonkers every time I've seen it being played. All right. It looks like we're going to be leaning more towards a blue-black deck maybe. So maybe we try to make our mana not so ridiculously bad and do something like this. All right, what do we have? Fountain Port's interesting. This card just seems very good. Make a fish, sack a token, draw a card, make a treasure. Actually, I'm going to take another Uncharted Haven just to make my mana better. I just feel like this deck's already pretty powerful. So let's try that instead. And now I will play, I guess, a counterspell maybe? I'm not even sure how much I want that. Wow, black is so unbelievably open. It's crazy. A fell 7th pick. Oh my gosh. And then now a Shoreline Looter. The thing is, like literally everybody else is Naya, and this is kind of where we need it to be. And I do think Looter is better. And now we get, look at this. This is just ridiculous. I'm going to take the Mentor over the Saver. We just have way more than enough removal spells. So I just want to make sure that, you know, I just have enough ways to close out the game. Here I'll take a Mind Drill Assailant, I guess. And another Mind Drill Assailant, I guess. And another Daggerfang Duo, I guess. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, this is definitely a deck that doesn't need the scales. Look at our spells, by the way. We just have 7 hard removal spells. I mean, the deck chose us. We didn't choose this deck. The deck chose us, and given that we are looking to be more of a 2-color deck here, I think I'd rather just not play the Moonrise Cleric. I don't think it's necessary, and I'm just going to lean into the 2-color nature of what we have here laid out in front of us. Okay. All right, so let me, let's see. Let's look at the Bell as well. I don't think I want the Scale, but I do think I want the Fountain Port Bell, just because I have a lot of cards that care about Threshold, and I'd rather just cut like a card. So let's cut an Island here and play a Bell, because that still gives us 17 mana sources here. And I want to play the Grotto too, just because I have things that care about the graveyard on top of that. And then this is what we have here. I can certainly cut one of these Mind Drill Assailants. I do like the Daggerfang Duos. Mockingbird, I want to say maybe cost like 4. And then look at something like this. Maybe the Dazzling Denial is also not very good, just because we don't have that many birds. I guess we have 2 birds. So maybe I cut that as well. And this is the deck. We have double Shoreline Looter. This card's phenomenal. Persistent Marshstalker is looking really good here. Plume-Creed Escort. We care about Threshold, so we have triple Daggerfang Duo, so we can curve out pretty nicely. Moonstone Harbinger is just another Death Touch flyer. Do I have any ways to gain life? Doesn't look like it, but this card's still just fine. It just blocks everything. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed all of this content and want to continue seeing me draft Dimir Control, which not a lot of other people seem to be doing, make sure you follow my Patreon, patreon.com/paulcheon, and you will see all my failed rat decks as I continue to try to hit Mythic. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel. A lot of great people in there looking to help each other up their game in Limited. Okay, Gonna keep this on the draw. This deck definitely could have used one copy of that card draw spell, the 5 mana, draw 3 cards. Wandertail Mentor. Okay. I'm gonna just kill that now. And then go... The thing is, this ramps and just gives you a lot of action. That doesn't do too much. Okay. Now we can play Daggerfang Duo. And then Consumed by Greed should be able to get us some value. Oh, hitting Persistent Marshstalker is awesome. What does this do? Okay. So they're just doing straight up nothing? Does this give haste? Oh, it does give haste. Interesting. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I can potentially take lots of damage here. Never mind, they just have literally no creatures. And they killed my Death Touch creature and not my looter. Interesting. I definitely want lands. I'm gonna mill myself. What did I mill? Mockingbird and a land. Okay. So we're close to threshold here now. There you go. So they're gonna hit me for 8? Is that how that works? Okay. Does this give double strike? It sure does. That is huge. Oh my gosh. It doesn't trample at least. But I will take 12 damage, I guess. Yikes. Oh, I guess I can just bounce... If I just bounce this sword, then it's not that big of a deal, right? Then they need to draw an equipment. I can also just use Nocturnal Hunger. No, I'm just gonna do this. The thing is, these decks just don't play that many equipment in general, right? So... Alright, well, they drew a million cards here, though. But I do have a Death Touch creature, and my hand is filled with gas, but I am missing land drops. Quake Tusk Boar, okay. I see. So let's go ahead and... This thing tramples? Alright, we're at 5 life. Holy cow. This is a lot of damage. Lots of damage. I'm gonna hold this back for now. Man, they are just continuing to put on the pressure here. What can I get back from my graveyard? Goodness. No way! No actual way. I need to do this for tempo. Man, they really need to slow down. This is just far too much. Like I can't handle all of this. Like we just need a breather. I just need some lands and I will be good. All right, let's play a 5/5 here. Oh, man. Okay. All right, well, that's going to be very, very good. All right, so we have double removal spell as an option. This is wild. This is just so much damage. Okay, and then I guess I'm going to feed the cycle. I'll still have more than enough for Threshold. Land this and a... What am I, like, not ever getting back? I guess this card. Okay. Okay. All right, we can start attacking, I think. Oh, man. Oh, I can do that too. No, I don't want to do that right now. Not right now. Let's play another Daggerfang Duo. And then I still have Consumed by Greed available. Let's mill ourselves. Okay, now Wix Patrol can kill the Rush Shield Rampager. I mean, this deck's getting a lot of value. What can I get back from the graveyard? Thornplate Intimidator seems pretty good on this board. Maybe I wait, though. Maybe I wait. All right. So we're at 3. We have this board. Oh my gosh. Our opponent had a pretty sweet red-green deck. They didn't put that much pressure on early, but they certainly put a lot of pressure on us. But our deck, just so much removal, so much death touch, just made it really, really hard for our opponent to deal with us. Alrighty, on the draw with our blue-black control deck. I'm still trying to figure out if Mockingbird is good or not. I'm assuming you're not supposed to play it turn 1. Because it's a flying clone? Yeah, you just wait. Alright. 3-tree mascot in their blue-green deck, sure. It's a frog. Whoa! Did not expect that. Well, I'm gonna kill it. How about that? Not something a blue-black deck necessarily wants to see. And then I'm gonna not attack with this because I have a downwind ambusher. So I'd rather just use the ambusher to kill the mascot and then attack for 3. What this do? Okay. I'm gonna fire this off now because I just they've used this for mana as well, so I just want to get that off the battlefield. So you may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature with mana value. Okay. Interesting. So I can pay... how does this work? I can pay 4 mana to, like, copy something. I assume I want a Tree Guard Duo. That seems pretty good. Less than or equal to the amount of mana to spend. Okay. Yeah, a 3/4 flyer does seem quite good on this board. So X equals 3. Let's copy the Tree Guard duo. +3/+3, right? Yeah. Let's attack. Sure. The thing is, I don't really mind because it's pretty easy for me to hit threshold and get this back. So I'm happy trading the Persistent Marshstalker for the Tree Guard duo. Although I suppose I should have just maybe pumped the Ambusher and attack with that. Oh, they have the bite spell that gives me... Oh, Poly Wallop. Okay. That's great. Interesting. So this thing can fly. So I'm going to attack. And then play a Daggerfang duo. And the reason why I'm doing this is just to get myself closer to threshold if possible. Oh wait, let's just block the flyer here actually. Wait, why didn't they play that ahead of time? Okay. Well, certainly don't want to do that exchange. Let's play the Moonstone Harbinger and pass. Don't want to trade 4/2 for a 2/1. Still saving Consumed by Greed for something bigger. That is not bad, but I'm kind of more interested in playing this 4-drop, so let's play this. See what they do. They can choose to discard or take 3. I wonder what they can have here. Why are they looking at their graveyard? What can they do? Hazel's Nocturne? The heck? Okay. On the splash? And then you're naming green off the Uncharted Haven? What is happening? Okay, so they can stun 2 things next turn. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. All right. Probably just want to bounce one of these. The question is which one? Okay, so this is basically a flyer this turn. Splash Lasher is pretty annoying. Okay. Oh, this is actually fine. I'll just block here like this. Although, I wonder if I should just feed the cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna just feed the cycle. 1. I don't know, 2, 3. I'm not drawing this turn and I'm playing the Daggerfang duo, so why not just loot it? Oh, we hit Wix Patrol and we're going to get that back with Consumed by Greed. That is amazing. And this comes into play tapped, right? Oh, and I have to attack with a rat. Okay. So I have 3 other rats in play, which I can use. And the reason why I didn't want to trade this is because If I went for that trade, then I don't have a great block for the 3-tree mascot if I play the duo. Although I guess I could kill this, but... Very, very close game, though. Very, very close game. Okay, so they have the Bark Knuckle Boxer and then whatever else they drew this turn. Oh, the Bushy Bodyguard. 7 cards in graveyard. So that's a 4-3 and a 3-3? Wow. That's really great. That's a huge turn. They put 10 power into play off this top deck. So I thought I was really far ahead, and now it's definitely much, much closer. I assume it's just Wix Patrol. I can't imagine it something being better than Wix Patrol here. So, all right. Do I attack with the Intimidator? No. Okay. Wow. How are they, like, I feel like I'm so far ahead and they just keep coming back with just more and more haymakers. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, so this is another haymaker. What can I get back now? I can get back a Fell or a Consumed by Greed and get something else back. But I don't feel comfortable having them draw a bunch of cards. That's the thing. This thing tramples? The thing is, I have enough ground blockers where I think I can just attack with the Harbinger at this point. Wow. I mean, alternatively, like, I could have tried to trade this and then play the Wave Rider, then use Consume by Greed, get back the Wix Patrol, right? That's something that was on the table. I'm trying to play this, like, I'm trying to play this delicate balance of offense and defense here. Oh my gosh. Our opponent is drawing like a superhero right now. It's actually absurd how well they're drawing here. Am I dead? It's actually insane. Galewind Moose? And a removal spell? Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, put it this way. I thought I was absurdly ahead, and our opponent made it an extremely, extremely close fight. They had a good deck, solid cards. Okay, but we are still getting it done here with our nice little blue-black control deck. Okay, on the play here, sure. 4 lands, Mind Drill Assailant, Nocturnal Hunger, and Thornplate Intimidator. Give myself 2 blue and 2 black. Probably just running out of turn 3 Tidecaller Mentor. Particularly against turn 2 Brightblade Stoat. It's not a mouse, which is good. Looks like a removal spell. Okay. It's okay. We have a 2/5. That one's kind of hard to attack into. That's a good one. They hit Raccoon Rallier off Alania's Pathmaker. I'll play the Marsh Stalker and pass. We have the ability to surveil one and or cast Nocturnal Hunger, depending on what they do. They're almost certainly going to play the Raccoon Rallier. I don't really have anything I want to use Nocturnal Hunger on, so probably just go with the Surveil here. Don't want the... that's interesting because of the Wix Patrol, but I don't really need the Wix Patrol either. So if I'd rather just draw a spell. Or another 6-drop, that's funny. I want to keep up the hunger here. Well, now I'm, happy to find a land and certainly want to fire off the hunger here, because if I draw a land, I can go Wave Rider into hunger or just play out the Wix Patrol. Coruscation Mage, okay. That's a great thing. They just can't do anything. I don't really know what I want to kill. I'm just going to Surveil. Like, all these creatures stink. Wow, they didn't want to loot with the Scribe. Interesting. So we have 5 cards in graveyard. That is a carrot cake. I guess we take 2 damage here. I guess there's a world where I get pinged out by the Coruscation Mage. That's kind of a thing. They are going super wide, so I'm not really in a position to be able to attack. Black. All right, so here... it's a pretty straightforward Nocturnal Hunger on something, probably, into Mind Drill Assailant. Okay, that's a good target for it. Pleated Provisioner on the Veteran Guard Mouse. Okay. Sure. All right, let's kill the mouse. They can have a food. They're at 25 life. Let's Surveil. Now we don't want any lands, so we can put that one in the graveyard. And then we can play this and kill the flyer, I think. Yeah. All right, they're at an effective 31 life, but our deck doesn't really care too much about that kind of stuff. All right, Downwind Ambusher is great. If they just block with the Pathmaker, it's really good for me. If they double block, that's also good for me because I just kill 2 things. So, good situation to be in regardless. I suppose I could have played the Daggerfang duo and attack with the Assailant as well. Maybe attacking with the Assailant's actually better. But having this in play and being able to Surveil every turn seems pretty good on a board where we're both looking to just top deck. So this might be better not actually trading and me just funneling my mana into Surveiling. All right, opponent blocked. And we will go for the hopeful Downwind Ambusher here on the Pathmaker. They have 1 card in hand, I mean. And then, why not just play something extra? All right. Now we have Threshold. We did mill a Fell, unfortunately. But... okay, Fountain Port Bell just cycles. I can't attack with these 2 toughness creatures, but I can certainly start attacking with these. Like, they're guaranteed to at least be a 2-for-1, so this definitely gets in. This gets in. Yeah, I'm happy enough with this. All right. And then let's go ahead and play this. Still no need to surveil just yet. I mean, they're just gonna probably sack their food or pay 3 life, whatever. Oh, they discarded a card? Okay. Then they can sack a food, sure. This this first striker is what's kind of making this persistent Marshstalker very, very awkward. Wow, what a draw. That was an amazing draw. They got my surveil creature as well, which is quite annoying. Whoo! Consumed by greed. What a good draw. Oh my gosh, this is just so much value. All right. Because I can get back the Daring Wave Rider to cast the Consumed by Greed again, gift them a card, and then get back my Wix Patrol. Oh my goodness. All right. Huh. This is awesome. They get random card and I get Daring Wave Rider back. Okay, well, we'll kill that too. Yeah, yeah. Just classic blue-black control things. Just really controlling every aspect of the game, getting a bunch of card advantage, getting threshold. We have our threshold payoffs on top of that. This is playing out extremely smoothly. Extremely smoothly. All right, 3-0. We are on the play and certainly keeping double Shoreline Looter. I was going to be mono black until I got these looters. I mean, these looters are ridiculous. Like, if they don't deal with it, it's just so good in blue-black. All right, green-white bunnies. Sure. Them's the beats. My hand is great, so like I don't really care about the looting, and I'd rather just spend my mana and just put a big threat on the back or a big creature into play. Sure. Now it's kind of interesting. I'm going to play the looter this time. Because I do have something I'd like to loot away. Paw patch formation, sure. They're going to play the thing that makes a bunny. That's going to be really annoying. Nope, they're not. Okay. Perhaps it's the 2/4 reach creature? Oh, and hop to it. Okay. Interesting. So sadly, we can't quite get enough creatures here. We can't get enough cards to draw a card this turn, but it's okay. Oh no, that's unfortunate. All right, well, Daggerfang Duo, let's go. What does this do? Holy cow. And this is, by the way, green-white. Like, you don't even have to think. You just... Here you go. This my things. Just my things. Ay, 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 ay. Can I draw a land here? What a turn was that? That's unbelievable. Man. I mean, I have to kill this Valley Quest Caller. I'm at 10 life. Holy cow. Yeah. Well, I mean, they have a good green-white deck. We are 3-0, so... Our hand is amazing. If I can draw land number 5, that's going to help out a lot. Really? Okay, well... That I'm okay with. Nope, don't want to use that just yet. Land. That's an okay card, I guess. This thing I need to kill right away, right? Vigilance Reach. I haven't hit a land drop this turn. I do that. And then I just... kill that. That's all I can do. Yeah, I mean... There was no scrying there, by the way. They just drew that card. Oh, well. And this is why Green-White Bunnies is the best archetype. Like, if they just have the draw, it's pretty hard. I think there's definitely a world, like, if we were able to match pace with them and not miss our land drops, we would have maybe been able to keep up. But they had a really good version of that deck. There were multiple rares and build arounds. Like the turn where they play the Anthem after the make 3/1/1s was just too strong. So. Come on. When it rains, it pours. Don't love having to mulligan there, but... I don't know if I should have kept the Marsh Stalker or the Assailant. But now I wish I had the Assailant. Huh. It's like, do I want a bunch of 3/3 menace creatures? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just put a card in my graveyard and dig for a removal spell. It's close-ish. But getting closer to a spell makes it also so that when I can cast the Wave Rider, I'll be able to get value out of it. And if I draw an island, it's not too bad because then that's one step closer playing the Wave Rider. And the threshold on the Marsh Stalker is also relevant. Okay. Wow, what a good turn for them. They just made 3 tokens this turn. Just gonna try to get very aggressive here. Did we hit any spells? No spells? Dang. So if I draw the island for the Wave Rider, it doesn't really work. Ideally, it's like either Daggerfang Duo or something along those lines. Or removal spell into island would be also very good. Intrepid Rabbit, okay. Jesus. Removal spell. Yikes. All right, 6 cards in our graveyard. They've only played like premium cards so far this game. Why are all my opponents' decks so good? Why do my... I guess I had the Shoreline Looter, but... All right. Sure. What does this do? Creature tokens you control get +2/+2, so they can hit me for... Oh, I think I'm just dead. I actually did not think about this. Yeah, no, I'm dead on board. Holy cow. Yeah, I shouldn't have attacked. That Caretaker's Talent looks incredible in my opponent's deck. I mean, I don't think I was going to win. They have 6 cards in hand. So it was going to be tough to win anyways. I don't know why they needed to play that first. Oh, just to draw a card for more information? Sure. I mean, we're mega dead if they go to chapter 3 or level 3. Yep. They saw it. All right, running into some really, really solid decks. They had a good curve, answer for my looter, and then just their own enchantment I couldn't kill, so... All right, we started out 3-0, but now we're on the back foot here at 3-2. Can't really seem to get a trophy here with this blue-black deck. All right, on the play here, gonna keep. Gonna go get a swamp here with this Fountainport Bell. Turn 2 Plumecrete Escort into turn 3 Tidecaller Mentor with some removal. Fine. All right. Let's go get a swamp. All right, opponent's playing the scam lands. I just call these the scam lands. Because look, does that not look like an island to you? That's all I'm going to say. Looks like an island to me. Okay, they killed my escort. 3 mana, 3/3 menace. Okay. Don't care about Clifftop Lookout. I am interested in trying to find a land here, so let's crack the bell. No land. But we will play this looter and hope they don't have a removal spell for the looter. We do have double Fell, Consumed by Greed, Downwind Ambusher, so our hand is very, very good. Hoping that they don't have a way to kill this. Byway Barter. When you expend 4, you may discard your hand. If you do, I doubt they're... Oh my gosh, okay. No blocks. Man, land would have been so perfect. Land would have been so perfect, so I can Downwind Ambusher, but... Let's kill this. Attack. Nothing really worth using Fell on, though, right? But I do want my lands. And I know this is a 6 mana card. I can always get it back with Consumed by Greed. But I just feel like if I'm looting every turn, I just don't need to be keeping a 6 mana card in my hand. Oh, Paw Patch Recruit is very, very good against removal. Wow. Okay. Man. This is so awkward. Well, I'm gonna just keep this 3/3 in play. We'll see what happens. Okay. Level 2. Okay. Mockingbird. That's interesting. Man, Paw Patch Recruit is really annoying. Whenever a creature... Okay, so I can play this and bounce the sword. Okay. And then I can copy the looter and just have triple looter in play. Is that good? It's a good use of my mana, I guess. I get to draw 3 cards a turn. That can't be that bad. And it's not like they don't have really the tools to even attack me. Like a 3/3 just brick walls them anyways. So we are just up infinite cards off these looters. I'm actually a little bit surprised they got rid of the Blacksmith's Talent. Thought it would be quite good here. Boom! Draw 3 cards. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. See, Shoreline Looter. OP. OP. Okay. 4 on the board. 4 on the board. Can we make it number 5? Then number 6. Then number 7. More hands like that, please. All right. We are on the play. We have a turn 2 looter. Absolutely keeping. All right, I will use the Grotto. I want to land. I don't want that. And we'll play out a looter. Might just copy the looter too, honestly. They're playing blue-green. Okay. Copying the looter does seem pretty good. Let's loot away the Marsh Stalker. I could also copy Pawn Profit, but Looter seems better. Like, we're not, what, two, maybe 3 attacks in, and we're looking really good. Wow, nothing from them as well. All right, would love a swamp. Okay. That does count as a swamp. It's interesting because I still can't play anything, but I want to hit my land drops. I'll discard one of these. Black. And I will get a land. So we have 4 cards in graveyard. This will make it 5. Tree Guard Duo. Okay, that doesn't do much. All right. I'm going to just crack this now. So we will have Threshold next turn. Fell is pretty good. The Tidecaller Mentor is not actually that good on this board. But I'm going to go ahead and kill the Duo. Because then one of these I'll just draw a card off of, which is better. Then we'll do... Ooh, this is interesting. How big... I can kill a 3-mana thing? I'm just going to play this. I think it's just so likely that I find a land in my draws. And now I have 2 Shoreline Looters in play that are active. That's so hard to deal with. With just a bunch of removal spells. It's kind of crazy that I discarded both of my Tidecaller Mentors. I think that's correct, though. Maybe I should have pitched the Uncharted Haven, actually. Or did I draw that? I'm not sure. No value for you. I should probably attack with the looters first. Now I'm just playing kind of loose. But, oh, I forgot I had that creature in my yard too. Shoreline Looter! Do you see the power? The power of the looter. My opponent just has... it's just so hard from this spot. That doesn't... yeah, that's a good Magic card. Sure. Okay. Yeah, great. Good for you. It's just not... it just doesn't matter. It's a lethal attack. Oh, it's not. Why didn't they block the 6th one? Is it unblockable? Nope. I guess if they play Season of Weaving, it's pretty bad. Man, Shoreline Looter is unreasonable. But yeah, any sweeper here obviously is very good. That's not good enough. I'm just going to discard cards. Yeah. All right. That was awesome. That was really fun. Okay. We're on 5 now? Okay. Some pretty quick wins too as well. Just turn 2 looter, double looter. Double looter, real game, big game. All right, on the play here, I will keep. I'm gonna go... I'm going to go Grotto turn 1 to try to find a Shoreline Looter. Question is, do I want a Marsh Stalker? Turn 2. I mean, it's a 2-drop, so yeah, I'll keep it. I'm not going to shuffle here. I have the mana sources that I need. Feels greedy to just bin this immediately when it's my only play on turn 2 as a creature. Alright, I'm not going to sack the bell just yet. I guess I could have sacked it to find a looter, but this does allow me to keep up feed this cycle. But if I draw Shoreline Looter here, I'll be pretty sad. Okay. Just a silly 4/3 that deals 3 damage when it ETBs. I'm not sure how good this card even is in blue-black, but... feels a lot better in, like, red-black, I guess. What can they have? I don't think there's, like, an instant speed removal spell in white-green. So I'm going to just copy this. They probably have the destroy target attacking creature thing. So maybe I just don't attack? Here. And then just kind of force them to keep up mana. Like, obviously now they can kill my flyer. But... it just feels odd, right? It's like I played Intimidator, and they probably had to deal damage to, like, attacking thing. Wait, this tap double white? Interesting. Okay. Maybe I was wrong all along. As tends to be the case. The heck? What is happening here? Also, why did Auto Tapper do this to me? Oh well. I definitely wanted to tap Island and Hidden Grotto. Die. I'm basically discarding anything I draw here, probably. Okay. There we go. It's a nice little menace creature. Minache. I don't really want to use this for 2 mana just because I want to hit the threshold here for Looter. It's possible maybe I shouldn't have played this and just play the Ambusher instead. This deals 1 more point of damage. But this is certainly a little... oh my gosh, what happened? Return target permanent with an indestructible counter. And make 2 rabbits. This is indestructible, okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Wow. That was quite nice. This thing's indestructible? Not destructible? Well, I was looking really good, and now I'm looking really bad. I just want to use my mana and basically get to threshold. I want to get to threshold as quickly as possible. because I have this looter. And that just draws me more cards. And this ambusher is kind of embarrassing. And this thing has menace. Never mind. Looter down. That's really unfortunate. I hope they realize that my mentor has menace. I assume that they know this. That thing has indestructible, right? Oh, did I have lethal? No, I didn't have lethal. Okay. All right, well, they're at 5 life. I'm surprised they attacked there. That seems like that's a very, very crazy attack to me. All right, they're at 5 life. They're at 5 life. They've kind of turned the corner here. They've definitely turned a corner. Now what? So if I forage here, it removes 3 cards, but then puts this card back in. Okay. Let's kill the Rampager. 1, 2, Bell. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. They have to block here. They lose all their tokens. And then I get that trigger gets to happen again next turn. They're at 1 life. Okay, so they're at 1 life and I have basically 4 creatures. Okay, so they need to play basically 3 creatures this turn. They need to play 3 creatures this turn. But keep in mind though, I also have a menace creature and a flying creature. Right? So this basically counts as 2 attackers. So if they can kill both of these, they're in an okay spot. Or gain life. Wow, that was a really good draw. Okay. Man, I thought we had like a stranglehold here. And they are doing an incredible... They found 2 flyers and they're gaining life. Oh my gosh. And they have the thing that kills attacking creatures. Wow, what a turnaround, honestly. And they gained life because, what is this? They have a bat in their green-white deck. This is unreal. What's happening right now? All right. What a comeback. Great comeback from the opponent. It just took Season of Burrow and Hunter's Talent and Sonar Strike. All right. The indestructible counter has also just been such a pain in the butt too. Like I need to find Wix Patrol. Or the thing that makes them sacrifice removal spell. That would also be very good. But the thing is, they're drawing so many cards. It's just, they're at 1 life, but it's just so hard right now. God, we got so close. They have Season of Gathering as well? What? Okay, if I find a removal spell, I win. Like a bounce spell. If I can find a bounce spell. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. That's so sick. It took the green and white season, I suppose. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh well. All right, now I can't win. Well, we tried. I thought this deck was quite solid for blue-black. We didn't have any of the busted rares this time around, but this was definitely a case where this was just the lane. You know, you have those drafts where everybody is fighting for all the other colors, and when you have a draft, when you're tabling Tidecaller Mentors, it is what it is, right? Black was extremely open and so was blue. By far, this is what we needed to be. We correctly read the signals. I was fairly impressed with Mockingbird. And, that got us to a 5-3 record. Now, the thing is, despite that, we didn't, have a ton of rares or anything like that. But, 5 wins, certainly good. I feel like we had some close games. Maybe I could have played a little bit tighter in this one in particular to be able to take this one down. But we had excellent removal. I was really, really excited at the prospect of trying to draft maybe a mono black deck. But I do feel like going into blue just made our deck better, right? The Mentors and the Looters are both very good. I think the Mentor is just fine. The Looter is significantly better. But I think this combo with the Daggerfang duos, it just kind of worked pretty well cohesively. But the thing with Threshold is it still takes a lot of time to kind of get going. And even when you do, the payoff's decent, but not overwhelming. So I wish there were maybe some other good common payoffs for Threshold other than something like the Mind Drill Assailant, because this one just, not quite hitting the mark there. But despite that, this is still proof that when a color or color combination is still really open, despite blue-black being what I think it's like the second worst color combination, maybe third worst color combination, you can still salvage the draft and have a pretty good record by recognizing what the open colors are and going in that direction. Now, black is obviously not bad. I was almost mono black, but pairing that with kind of the Looters and the late Mentors, I thought it was, not too big of a cost to just add a handful of these blue cards, really powerful blue cards, and add it in conjunction with my black cards. Now, it's possible that maybe black just still works better with just a small smattering of any of the other colors, but, these were just all premium blue uncommons and rares. I didn't even have a single blue common, to be fair. And, we ended up with a 5-3 record still, and that's still a solid record. Still a solid record. Not getting the trophy just yet. I would like to string together some trophies, but maybe that's for tomorrow's video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos just like this. If you've enjoyed all of this content, my Patreon is the best way to support the channel outside of course, subscribing, and that's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Hit that affiliate link in the description below if you want to purchase Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product. And then if you want Magic the Gathering accessories and supplies, check out heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video.